Hey guys, what's up? My name is Gabby. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be filming my April book haul. And unlike the previous 2 months, this month's book haul is a reasonable amount. It's not like overwhelming like these last 2 months have been. I hauled about 14 books this month. I'm very happy with that number because I'm moving next month and I need to stop hauling all of the books every month. So the first 3 that I want to show you are my 3 books from Book of the Month, and if you didn't know, I am an ambassador for Book of the Month, so they send me 3 of their selections every month to promote on my social medias. So the first one is Lost and Wanted. Is about this physicist who has made a breakthrough on 5-dimensional space-time, and she gets a phone call from a friend who has recently just died, and she is forced to question the laws of the universe that has always steadied her mind and her heart. The next one I picked is Beyond the Point by Claire Gibson. That's my last name if you didn't know that, so that's pretty dope. And this is a debut novel that is a riveting experience, taking you inside the hallowed halls of the United States Military Academy at West Point and beyond. It begins on the eve of 9/11, and then it follows these 3 different women. And this one sounds like it's gonna be a super emotional read, and it's a pretty thick, long book, nearly 500 pages. So damn. The last one I picked this month is Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. This is the one that I'm most likely to read this month. I just barely started into it, but it's a literary courtroom thriller about an immigrant family and a young single mother accused of killing her autistic son. That's why I'm super interested in this. So this one's kind of like a thriller-ish book, but it's also literary fiction, which sounds like a combination of things that I would love. So I'm really hoping to get to this one before the end of the month. Flatiron Books sent me An Arc of Birthday by Meredith Russo. This one does go on sale May 21st, and this one is a young adult contemporary novel that features a trans character. And I did read this book this month, and it absolutely fucking shattered my heart and soul, and it was one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year. But if you didn't know what this book is about, it follows these 2 teens, Morgan and Eric, and they share the same birthday. They were born on the same day, and this book follows them on snapshots of their birthday every year for 6 years. So it starts on their 13th birthday, and then it ends on their 18th birthday, and it just follows them only on their birthday every year for 6 years. Oh my gosh, you guys, this book was so fucking good, but you'll hear more about that in my wrap-up. The next 4 books are going to be from Penguin Random House. First one is going to be Lost Roses by Martha Hall Kelly, and this is the same author as Lilac Girls, which was a super popular and loved historical fiction novel that came out a couple years ago. And this one, so it does say on the inside of this, the bestseller Lilac Girls introduced the real-life heroine Caroline Faraday. This sweeping novel, set a generation earlier and also inspired by true events, features Caroline's mother, Eliza, and follows 3 equally indomitable women from St. Petersburg to Paris under the shadow of World War I. So that's cool. So it follows the mother of one of the characters from Lilac Girls, and this one's more about World War I, as opposed to Lilac Girls is World War II. The next one they sent is All That You Leave Behind by Erin Lee Carr. This one is a memoir, and this one was actually also offered as a Book of the Month selection for the month of April. This is a memoir about this girl who had a dad who was this super popular journalist, David Carr, and he was working for the New York Times when he had suffered a fatal collapse in the newsroom of New York Times in 2015. He was a recovering addict, and so she wrote this story that's inspired by him, and it's about her childhood and her life with her dad, because he was just such a huge part of her life. And this book sounds really fucking beautiful. I don't usually read a lot of memoirs, especially about people that I don't actually know, but this is definitely something that I would probably pick up. So really excited to read this one. The next one they sent is The Spectators by Jennifer Dubois, and this one is about a shocking crime that triggers a media firestorm for a controversial talk show host in this provocative novel, a story of redemption, a nostalgic portrait of New York City, and a searing indictment of our culture of spectacle. The last one they sent is Inspection by Josh Malerman, and this is one of my most anticipated books of the year because I absolutely love Josh Malerman and his writing. And this one is a horror novel / thriller novel that follows these groups of teenagers. So there's all these boys that are living in this tower, and they only go by the names A through Z, their names are A, B, C, D, and whatever. They don't know that the opposite gender exists. And then there's these girls living in the tower and they don't know that the opposite gender exists either. And it's like this creepy, weird thing. I really have been wanting to read this book this month. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I got a little bit, like 23 pages into it, and I just haven't been able to get into it yet. But I still would really like to read this one very soon. The next one I got came from Berkeley, and that is The Last Year of the War by Susan Meisner. And this one is another historical fiction. The Last Year of the War follows this German-American teenager whose life changes forever when her immigrant family is sent to an internment camp during World War II. This one sounds like really tragic and really beautiful, and I've been trying to get into more historical fiction, so I think I would enjoy this one, but wow. Alright, the next one came from Big Honcho Media, and that is The Devouring Grey, and I have seen this book like freaking everywhere, like absolutely everywhere lately on Instagram and Twitter. People are just like obsessed with this book. I honestly have like no idea what this is about. On the back of this though, it does say The Raven Boys meets Stranger Things, which is like, what? I think this one is like a fantasy though, which is why I'm kind of like hesitant to read it, because I'm like, I don't know, I just don't usually like fantasy, especially like young adult fantasy. So after reading this premise, it seems like there's like a monster and they live in this place 4 paths, and there's this thing called the Grey that is like growing stronger and stronger every day that I'm guessing is some kind of, you know, evil, and the Grey is gonna devour them all. I'm only interested because this says The Raven Boys meet Stranger Things, and like I wasn't a huge fan of The Raven Boys, but like Stranger Things is like my actual shit. Maybe? Like let me know your thoughts on this book if you've read it. The next one is from Berkeley Romance, and that is I Want You Back by Laura Lee James. This one I didn't know was gonna end up being a mass market paperback when I signed up for this one, but I don't know why, I just really don't like the look and feel of mass market paperbacks. Like I'm just like, I don't know. They're just so like not readable to me. I don't know why. Anyways, oh yeah, I wanted to read this one because it follows an NHL star, Jackson Lund. So yeah, but it follows a hockey player. And that's like the main reason why I wanted to read it, because I really love romances that follow hockey players for some reason. I just do. It's just like the best. I guess this is the first book in a new series from this author. The next one came from Entangled Publishing. It's another mass market paperback, and that is Nothing But Trouble by Amy Andrews. Oh, this one follows a former NFL quarterback. So this one is about football, which I would not have guessed from this cover, to be honest. So the romance in this, I guess, is her being an assistant to this NFL quarterback, Wade Carter. Like, does this not sound like the plot of The Wall of Winnipeg and me? Interested in this, not gonna lie. Just because of that reason right there. She's his assistant. It's like The Wall of Winnipeg and me. Alright, and the last 2 books I bought for myself this month off of Amazon. The first one is A House at the Bottom of a Lake by Josh Mallerman. This is a tiny little novella that I did buddy read this month with my BFF Jacqueline, and I decided to buy it because I just loved it so fucking much, and I just wanted it on my bookshelves, and I wanted to like write in it and highlight in it, and I haven't done that yet, but I freaking loved this so much, and I'm so happy that I own this cute little book. It's like 116 pages, and it's so cute and small. But you'll hear all about this in my wrap up. And the last book that I got for myself this month is Fight Club, because I've never actually read this book, and I really like this cover. Like, I don't know why, I really like this cover. I really like this spine. It's pink. It's just really cute, and it's been a hot minute since I've seen the movie Fight Club. It's actually been a couple of years, and so I just decided that I wanted to read this because I've heard just so many great things about Fight Club, like the book, so much over the last couple of years that I was like, you know, I always wanted to eventually read it someday, so I just went ahead and bought it, and like maybe I'll get to it before the end of this month, maybe I'll read it next month, I don't know, but I just want to read this one soon because I'm so curious. Those are all of the books that I hauled in April. Luckily it wasn't too big of a massive book haul this month because, you know, I'm moving next month, so I need to keep things slim. Let me know if you've read any of these books that I hauled this month, what your thoughts are on them. If you've read any of these Book of the Month selections this month, let me know which one you think I should pick up because I haven't read any of them yet, and I don't want to fall behind on my fucking goals for 2019. So like I need to read one of these within these next couple of days. So if you have any input, let me know which one you liked. Seriously, for realsies, I cannot wait to talk about these 2 books in my wrap up. Like, oh my god, they were so fucking good. Alright, and that is all I have for you today, so let me know how many books did you haul in the month of April, and yeah, if you have read any of these books, let me know what your thoughts are on them, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys next time.